That skill presents multiplication and division. Multiplication, also called product, is another way of adding the same number to itself a certain number of times. Word problems that involve groups of equal size and require you to find out the total across all groups involve multiplication. You can think of division, the key word for which is quotient, as the opposite of multiplication. So you can use division when you want to subtract the same number over and over again from a certain total number, or given a total and a certain number of groups, you can use division to find out the number in each group. Or for that matter, given the total and the number in each group, you can use division to find out the number of groups. In this video, we are going to look into a couple of word problems related to multiplication and division. The distance between Lucia's home and the shopping mall is 2 kilometers. If she goes to the shopping mall 5 times during her holidays, how far will she have traveled in total? Every time she goes to the shopping mall, she covers a distance of 2 kilometers. It's given. The shopping mall is 2 kilometers away from her home. And she does that 5 times during her holidays. So it's going to be 2 kilometers plus 2 kilometers, and you do that 5 times, right? In other words, you are adding the same number to itself over and over again, 5 number of times. So this is going to be equal to the multiplication sentence 2 kilometers times 5, which is equal to 10 kilometers in all. She will have traveled 10 kilometers in total during her holidays to go for shopping. And here comes another one. A car company spends 100,000 Rand on installing GPS into all of its cars. If each GPS costs 5,000 Rand, how many cars does the company have? So installing GPS on the first car would incur a cost of 5,000 Rand. It's given. On each car it's 5,000 Rand. Similarly, for the second car, the cost is again another 5,000 Rand to install the GPS. And so on. For a certain number of cars, the total amount spent is given to be 100,000 Rand. And we need to find out how many cars were there in all. In other words, how many times the number 5,000 was added to itself. Now, as you could see, this left hand side of the equal sign can be written as a multiplication sentence because the same number 5,000 is being added to itself over and over again. So we could say this is equal to, all of this is equal to 5,000 Rand times a certain number, and this number is actually the number of cars. If there were 10 cars, 5,000 would be added to itself 10 times. If there were 50 cars, 5,000 would be added to itself 50 times. So 5,000 times the number of cars, which we need to find out, is equal to 100,000 Rand. It's given. And to find this missing factor in this multiplication sentence, we do the opposite of multiplication, that is division. So the number of cars is equal to 100,000 Rand divided by the cost of installing GPS on one single car. That's 5,000 Rand. So this is equal to 20. So there were 20 cars in all, or in other words, the number 5,000 was added to itself 20 times, so that the total in the end was 100,000.